So just a quick shout out to David Price for sharing this email with me. So I actually was not subscribed to the necessary email, but I should be now. This is the email that came in from Intellivision Amico. We're going to take a look at that together real quick before we continue with this video. But it says, the Intellivision team is excited to announce the public beta release for Amico Home for Android. Amico Home is the Amico console gaming experience delivered on other hardware platforms that many people already own. We are starting with Android and iOS mobile devices, premiering now on Android and coming later to Apple iOS. And so these are a couple of things that are going to be available. Just a few things. So if you want to slow it down and read through this email, great. But otherwise, we're going to hop in to what we were going to look at today. Now, I do want to showcase Missile Command, but unfortunately, Missile Command does not work right now, and there is an update on their website that states that tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you will be able to activate your redeem code if you've typed in the code that was featured on your RFID card when you pre-ordered your games. Well, anyways, let's hop into it. Alright guys, so we're going to take a quick look at ASTROSMASH for the Intellivision Amico Club. Now the thing is this is directly just an Android app. If you have an account or a pre-order with Amico Club, you can go online right now and you can register your information, and this can be completely playable. I don't think this is really out to the general public just yet, but because I have access to it, I'm going to go ahead and try to play through a few things. So I am using a keyboard here, using spacebar to select my options, and using the arrow keys to move around. I don't have an Amico controller for obvious reasons, and although I do have the app, I unfortunately do not have a secondary Android device that I can use as a controller. And this is going to be one of the problems that a lot of people run into, because not everybody has two phones like their two chains. So, anyways, we're going to go into campaign mode and take a quick look. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, let me see. Oh, looks like I can't do anything. Choose a ship. Alright, I'm going to take a second to press all the keys here. 1 second. 1, 2, 3. Did it do something? Alright. The 1 key is doing something. So what does 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Shift, tab, control. Nope. So there is nothing that I can do, unfortunately. Alright, so give me a second while I troubleshoot this. Okay, so we're back. I don't have another Android device. I did manage to, well, I managed to find a tablet floating about, so we're going to actually switch over to that. We're going to take a look at the leaderboards here, and it appears that there are 4 people who have already been able to play it. Looks like we have Tommy Tellerico, someone named Rich, someone named Nick, and someone named Sally. Alright, so that could, of course, be default. There is a versus mode, where you can pick your locations that are obviously unlockable, how long the game is functional, etc. Settings. So it's music. What is this? No idea what this is. Oh wait, there was some text. Be patient. Let's do that. Rogue Rocket Games credits. Okay, so it's just credits. It's nice to know that we can get to see who made this game. It took quite a while for this to get out. I'm not going to be too negative here, guys. I was a backer to the Intellivision Amico. I do feel like one of the many people who got burned by them, but the fact that Amico Home is available and they are honoring our purchases, and by that I mean I can go on the Amico Club and register my RFID cards to said website. I can now download at least ASTROSMASH and Missile Command. I cannot register any of my other codes right now because I don't believe the website supports it, and I don't know if Intellivision has any releases yet for the other games. Ones in particular that I'm really after is Finnegan Fox or Rigid Force Redo or Redux. And you can go on Google Play right now and play Rigid Force Redux without having to have an Amico controller or an Amico Club. So I really want to know what's happening with that, personally. Plus, you can get it on Steam and Switch. And, of course, some of you guys already know Dynablaster is out on Steam. It's also out on Switch, and it's also out on the Atari VCS. Personally, I just got to be honest here when I say that I'm a bit biased, but the Atari VCS version of Dyna Blaster is actually pretty damn good. I like it much better than the Steam version. Even though they're kind of the same, it's just a matter of like how it feels to control them. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. Okay, before we continue, a quick note, guys. My microphone audio will tank moving forward, and I had a ton of issues trying to get my tablet set up, as you'll see in a moment, but basically my tablet is 3 years old and was having issues with the apps and crashed. I do think it's important to note that this is an early access, so not everything is going to be perfect, but I managed to get the controller app to work on my tablet, and I was playing the game via my cell phone using the Amico Home app, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so it seems that my phone is in better standing. I'm going to create a new account. Actually, no, I'm not. Yeah, actually I have to because I'm using my tablet. So we're going to say Kraz Productions. And that's the max amount of characters that we can offer. 3 period. Alright, so we should be connected. Hello, Kraz Productions. Fantastic. Alright, so let's turn up our volume. There we go. Alright. So we're going to give this a try. Now this, of course, launches into a default APK that you can still play without the Amico Home app. Alright, so let's check leaderboards. Alright. And turn that volume down some. Alright, so you have the red button for your action and the blue button for your back. So alright, so I use the touch screen to select my ship. So let's say blue. Alright. Alright, so this is ASTROSMASH. I mean, graphics are fine. I mean, nothing too dramatic per se. I'll be honest with you, the app for this feels very weird. Oh no, look at that, I killed myself. Sorry, self-delete. So I think that this would be easier if I had like a physical controller, but luckily I can just spam the red button here, whatever that's supposed to represent, and that will allow me to just pretty much spam shots. Alright, so that's cool, at least. It still feels a little weird, I'll be honest with you. But also, I should clarify, I'm using a big, bulky tablet in the process of all of this. So that could adhere to it a little bit, but I think that when this thing launches, they should have already had controllers available to pre-order or to just purchase, preferably purchase, because we know what happened with the pre-orders. And this isn't me trying to be negative, this is me trying to be realistic here. I backed the Intellivision Amico, right? I have a Founders Edition. I want what I paid for. And although the physical games that I ordered through their website, which they're still selling physical copies of, you know, can be purchased and whatnot, and they do send those out, it just doesn't... It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it doesn't make sense to me why they're doing it the way that they're doing it. You know, you got all these people who have their sights set on getting the physical hardware, and yet they can't get the physical hardware, but yet there's also people like, and this is no disrespect to anybody at all, you know, JTC and so on, who are is it DCJ? You know, you've got the Amico enthusiasts like good old Chuck, who has his unit and stuff, and that's fine. Like, I'm glad he got to get a hand on his unit, but that's what, 3 people total who have access to a unit, give or take 3 or 4. and that really is a slap in the face of those who backed it. I mean, it doesn't matter what your financial standing is. You know, you should have been able to supply a different medium for those who were backers. I feel like that really spits in the face of those who effectively supported the company from day one, you know? And I know there's been a lot of people out and about who's like, oh yeah, well, I got my refund, I got my refund, I got my refund. That's great. And for those of us who chose to stick around even though we didn't have to, we still got shafted, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much into it. But yeah. Damn. I mean, I gotta be honest, like, this looks decent, but there's nothing to it, you know? There goes my score. You know, I think first presentations of this are bad, but what I do definitely like, I like that the... Oh, man, I'm getting shafted here. I do like the fact that the asteroids interact with one another. Like, I think that's kind of cool. Game over. Where did I rank? I am in 3rd. There's no way Tommy Tallarico got an even 60K. That's just stroking ego. I think the only real score on here is Rich, which I believe is Bacon Ice Cream Productions. So if that is you, man, shout out to you. Good job. I'm going to give this game another playthrough, and hopefully they'll fix the missile command thing. Anyways, this next playthrough will be without any commentary whatsoever. So here we go. You know, once they start coming in like that, you have no choice but to just kind of let them hit, you know? I mean, it depletes your score, sure, and at some point there is a game over. You know, you let them hit enough, but, yeah. Here's my score again. I mean, I love a good score chaser, personally. Like, I really do. Like, this isn't, like, bad. First presentation is lackluster for various reasons, but I don't know. Like, it looks nice. Once you get a hang of the controls, I mean, it feels decent. It's not like Air Console, where Air Console really struggles to, like, engage with the player input. Like, there's always, like, a significant lag. And keep in mind, I love Air Console. Burning Rubber 5 and a couple of other games I'm a huge fan of. But it's like, this is basically what this feels like. This feels like just Air Console, you know? And I guess take that with, you know, a grain of salt or whatever, but this is just another, you know, gaming streaming service. You can, much like in, yeah, I guess the Amico Club, you can get Air Console on things like your Google Chromecast and your NVIDIA Shield, and yeah, like, they just call the different APKs, like, that's all it does. It seems like the interface has been locked in where you are required to have the controller or the controller app in order to play a game. And, you know, take that how you want, but I feel like that really hinders playability, because that means other people can't use specific controllers to kind of, like, you know, get around enjoying the game. And I get it. That's the UI model. That's supposed to be the goal, is that you're supposed to buy their product along the way. But I really do think that they're hurting players who don't have access to these controllers right now, and especially those who don't have access to secondary cell phones. Like, I had to go and dig out an old tablet that I got nearly 3 years ago. This tablet is 2 years old for me, mind you, so take that as you will. Whoa, holy shit. Like, they made sure that I was going to take some damage there. It's killing my score more than it's helping me. Oh my god. That's just wrong. Like, if you don't have a power-up, you're immediately screwed on that. But I still have 3 lives, so won't complain. And see, you saw that it just stopped shooting right there? That's because my finger only slightly, just barely slightly, switched off of the V-pad, or the B button, or whatever button this is that I'm using to fire. I do like the fact that the asteroids colliding with one another is an engaging factor for the game. I don't know, something about that, like, that's realistic, I feel like. When asteroids are coming in, I feel like asteroids would collide with one another. You know, it's not like in the movies where it's just like a barragement of, like, a straight line of meteors. There it goes. Sorry, Rich, you beat your score, but I know you'll bounce back pretty easily. See you in the leaderboards. There goes my ship. There goes my hero. Every generic white man, sing your heart out. Damn it. There we go. I got 1 life left. Alright, moving on to level 3. How difficult is this going to be? Oh, see? I didn't realize this. On the touchscreen, I have another firing mechanism. We will try that in just a minute. I think that's another firing mechanism. What do you? What is this drift that I'm feeling? Oh, nice. No, that's kind of cool, actually. That's cool. Items that engage, or environments that engage, excuse me. That's pretty neat. I give them props on that. That's pretty cool. All right, wait for that one to hit, and go for it. I had a shield, you mother... okay. I don't hate this, guys. I'll be honest with you. Like, you kind of get invested the more you go in. I mean, like I said, I'm a sucker for score chasers. It's part of the reason why I like Atari so much. I know this is Intellivision, but, you know, I'm just saying, you know, for the sake of conversation, sake of narration, if you will. So it seems like the ships try to lock you in. Like, once they get to ground level, like, that's it, man, you know? There goes that volcano again. You're gonna tell me twice. Mama didn't raise no bitch. Okay, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Keep that extra life, keep that score going. Wow, they are really just hammering away on this one. Holy shit. Hold on to that. I couldn't. Homie almost got me. Okay, what do I gotta do to beat Tommy's score? Nice. There it goes. Beat Tommy's score. Moving on to level 4. Nice. Alright. Is this a boss? Like, what is that what this is? Nice. Intergalactic lead. See, my freaking hands, or my fingers keep coming off of the buttons, you know? Yeah, see, that's just like a cheap shot, you know? So, let's just do that. Game over. And you got that on camera, guys. I have the top score. Not for long. I know you guys are going to come around and beat my ass, but here we go. Alright, so going to the main menu. Gonna back out. Well, anyways, guys, that was ASTROSMASH for the Intellivision Amico. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Yada, yada, yada. I'll keep you guys updated once I figure out the issue with Missile Command. And yeah, enjoy. See you guys.